Hello, lovely people. It's Saria here. I'm having a bit of a challenge tech-wise. It's taken me an hour to get up my daughter's computer because mine is not working. I spent 3 hours on support and didn't get through. Let's begin anyway. Today is just such a beautiful day for you in the Tame the Triggers workshop. And I'm really excited because I just love this bit. It's all about tuning into yourself and seeing what are the parts within you. Like, so often we just see things like, I'm just angry or I'm just sad. Actually, we're just such complex beings. One of my favorite quotes is by Walt Whitman, and he says, "Do I contradict myself? Well then, I contain multitudes." And so we're going to look at these multitudes today. So we want to look at the different experiences within us, because sometimes we might get triggered by something and something else inside of us gets triggered by that thing, which triggers something else. And we're just this big cacophony of all these different things going on. So we want to learn to soothe and meet all these different things. So first we need to actually notice that there are things going on. So if you take a breath with me, see what's there. Like, I feel a little bit of a fluttering because I entered a contest tonight and I came second in one contest and first in another public speaking contest. And it was really scary. But I feel this sense of pride and I feel a sense of, oh, wow. You know, there are all sorts of different things going on, but I want to meet all of those and respond to these different parts within me. So one idea is that, you can set an alarm for like five times at random times today. And then jot down on your phone or wherever, how am I responding to myself? Like, tune in, close your eyes, just scan your body from your toes to your head and see, like, under your toes, is there little squishy bits that are feeling different things, or strength, or your back's feeling low and you've lost your backbone. What are the different things? Do you turn towards it? Do you turn away, against? Are you just ignoring everything because you don't want to see what's there because you don't know how to relate to it? What do you say to yourself when you see these different things? And how do these make you feel when you notice them? Do you like, oh, I don't want to look at that? You want to see, because that often shows you what you had in childhood. So it's not your fault that you relate to this, but now we're able to change how we do this. So we want to catch the small triggers, and the more that we can notice through the day, hey, check in, how am I doing? The easier it is if you notice when they're little whispers. But then if you wait until they become big triggers where there's huge rushes of cortisol and adrenaline, are far harder to deal with than when they're tiny little whispers and you can empathize and meet their needs when they're just small. So what do you say to yourself and how does it make you feel? If you look away, you might feel things sort of screaming inside. If you're against yourself, then you feel this sense of shame and hurt and upset. If you're just absent, you feel neglected and then you feel discombobulated. Have a look and see what it is for you. I need you to know that you don't deserve treatment like that. And you can apologize to yourself and saying, sorry, I've been repeating how I was treated before to you now. And, you know, you didn't deserve that as a little girl and you don't deserve it from me now. Or as a little boy, or them, whoever you are. You didn't deserve that then, and you don't deserve that now. All right. So that's step one, is notice. Step two, see your complex. There are lots of different things. There's a little girl over here. There's them down over there. There's he here. You know, whatever there is inside of you is welcome and perfect. We want to get to know all the different aspects of yourself. And I want you to, the mission is to become a loving, proactive witness to yourself. Because if, for instance, we have some sort of big shocking trauma and then it's all ignored and not dealt with, then it becomes really challenging for us because we didn't have a loving witness. So we want to practice now with just little things, being a loving witness to ourselves. So we want to be in our bodies. So we're noticing, is there back pain for ages that's been going on? Is there acid reflux that's happening? Really be embodied to it and see, hey, welcome. What are you trying to tell me? Like, I had sciatica going on and I could feel that it was like I was irritated with somebody. And then I got it. It was that there was somebody who was not honoring my boundaries and just feeling like they could come in the back door to me without honoring and valuing me. And I was getting the sciatica. I put an end to that connection. The sciatica left. It was just so clear. So your body tries to communicate, this isn't right for me. And if we ignore it, it just gets worse and worse and worse. So we want to notice that. Notice, where are the different feelings happening? Every little bit is coming up to be loved, to give you a message, to share with you. And if you just have this trigger explosion and don't discover what it is, these parts of you feel unmet. And I want all of you to feel met and special and loved. So the second thing is notice the different things, like write down, my heart feels this, my belly feels this, under my toes are jiggling this sense of yearning, whatever it might be. What are the different triggers within you? Then the third thing, I want you to see and turn towards it and unravel the layers. Like you might have like this din on your head, like maybe the start of a migraine. And so then you look at it and you're like, oh, what I feel that. So we want to see, here's the primary thing. And then we feel anger towards that and then guilty about that. And then we want to see the layers of the relationships that you have towards yourself. Because if you have a headache and then you get angry with it, you will get more triggered by the rest of your life. If you have a headache and you feel angry and then you empathize with this anger and the anger melts down, then you just have the headache to deal with and you empathize with the headache and you explore what's going on here. And then the headache can disappear too because it's been met. So we want to turn towards ourselves and unravel those layers. Notice a part, notice how you feel towards that part and how you feel towards that part and then see what is the empathy and create space between these different things so that you can have a conversation between the different things that is kind, that is loving, that's empathetic and supportive. And you might even engage like, hey, part, when you've cleared it and you've cleared away all the anger and you're just dealing with, say, that little part that's up here, because you've met the anger and said, oh, I remember as a kid, I wasn't allowed to feel, I wasn't allowed to get sick and somebody got angry with me. So it makes sense I'm angry now. And then you just sit with this part and then you can tune to it and see, hey, how old are you? Or what's happening here? And it might say, I'm 5 years old. And you can ask it, how old do you think I am? You might say, oh, I think you're 5 too. And you can see, oh, this is a part of you that's stuck still as a little kid. And you can just love this little kid. So yesterday I shared, get a picture of yourself and come and share it in the group as a little child so we can all see this little child that deserves so much love and care and goodness. I want to see your little children. All right. So I want you to then make these parts safe. Like, see what they need to feel safe. Do they need some love? Do they need a nice warm blanket? So while, say, with this thing that I was dealing with, like the headache and then the anger, does this anger need like a blanket to be met and cared for? What does it need? And I know it sounds weird, but for me, as little kids, we didn't get this engagement and playfulness. And when we play with these different parts, they're like, wow, what are you doing? This is a completely different relationship of being playful, loving, accepting, curious, and empathetic place. So I want you to place your parts together. Playful, loving, accepting, curious, empathetic. That comes from Dan Hughes, who is an attachment therapist. And that's the therapy I trained in. So that's how you want to be with your parts. So come and share in the groups under this video. What is going on with your parts? How do you notice them? Like what you're feeling? What are the different parts that are going on? How you're relating to them? and come and share in the group how you are growing in care and connection with them. So I am looking forward to seeing tomorrow what you are generating in yourself in the relationship to these parts. It's now 10 minutes, and I promised only 10 minutes. So I'm sending you love. If any of you are wanting the replays at the end, I'll put the link. I think it's in the comment. You can click on the comment so that at the end of the workshop, if you want to carry on going through them, you'll have access to them. You can just click that link. All right, I'm sending you so much love, and I'm looking forward to getting to know some of your parts. Love to you. Bye.